Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are so back today on Las Vegas as the season opener. Trippi troppa. Troppa trippa. We have a 17 driver grid, which is quite good. Some names coming back, some new ones, including, let's have a look, Zonod, Colin, and Danio. Let's see what they can do here in JSR Tier 2. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of people going for the championship a little bit more, trying now. Knowing that Ruffy's missed a lot of races last season, and there were other drivers that definitely had the potential to do something but just couldn't make worth of it. As we will now have a look with all the things we need, of course. There we go. Now we can see who is going to be doing their lap first, which is going to be Ralph. Unsurprisingly, he is quite literally always the first person to do a lap. Ralph has told me that he is practicing no traction control. So let's have a look here. Doesn't seem like he is on no traction control today. But off he goes here. Ralph into turn 1. Goes a little bit wide. Not exactly how you really want to take that corner. Here he prioritizes entrance over the exit. Sometimes could work out, especially if you're trying to go for an overtake. You can really get on the driver ahead of you's nerves. Though, of course, it will be at cost of your exit. As we now enter the, in my opinion, beautiful Sector 2. Ralph actually invalidates, but we're still going to be watching along. Such a technical sequence of corners, and it's just, in my opinion, one of the most satisfying ones on the calendar. Let's now watch along with Damon, who is on a lap. Damon definitely was one of the title, I wouldn't necessarily say protagonist, but he had his races, he had his moments, and Damon is a very decent driver. Definitely going to be trying to show his pace here today. Of course, this long straight over the strip of Vegas. Such a beautiful scene. So now Damon rounds the, I guess you can call that the penultimate corner, because this little bend right here is the final corner. Damon across the line for a 30.9. That is not bad at all, to be honest. Up next, an Alpine. Aston Martin, excuse me. I missed it. Zonot 32.7. Shadowstorm 31.5. And the lap times are flying across my eyes. CJ up next. He has used all his ERS, so that's going to be close. It's at 30.4, and that is a very decent lap at McLaren. So now Face Dennis goes P3 with a 31.3. Mods Racer up next. What can he do? It is going to be P3 with a 31.0. Ferrari, I'm kind of... No, he invalidated, excuse me. Ruffy's up next. Oh, I missed it. Ruffy's went P6 only with a 31.6. Not what you're used to from Ruffy's. Up next could be Ralph here, as he had shut down his first lap. And is now busy trying to not invalidate. already very low on his ERS, not really saving much for this final straight, which in my opinion is the most important one when talking about ERS. Ralph already out of his ERS, and that's going to cost him a lot of time. Ralph up towards the line is not looking great. It is P8 with a 32-1 as Danio went ahead of him with a 31-0. Up next, Rafi Boy. He invalidates in the final corner. It was a 32-0, so wouldn't have been much anyway. But that's definitely unfortunate for the Mercedes driver. Pretty sure Colin is up next. Could be wrong. It might be Happy Meal. It is not Happy Meal. He's going to do his lap right now. So then it is going to be Colin. Ooh, he's already at the 30s. It's not looking great for the Williams. It is going to be a 33-9. F1 fan up next. We know he has some decent pace at times. Where can the Haas go? It is only P8 with a 32-0. So far, CJ definitely the best lap by far. 30.4. That is that would have been a very decent tier 1 time as well. But he's here doing it in tier 2, which is fair enough. Right. He crosses the pit entry line, which in a race would be a penalty. I don't think it matters much in qualifying. Poke Park is going to be up next. Or is it Rafi? No, it is Poke Park. So let's watch along with the Alpine as he enters way too quickly. That is some damage. And we might have just given Poke Park the commentator's curse. He just went way too deep into the corner and he kind of did a bit of a Jamiro. Although this time not against another driver, which is good. Don't want to see that happening, of course. So then up next, could it be Happy Meal? No. Oh, he went P5 actually, 31-0. So it was Happy Meal on the lap. Excuse me. Alton, no. I suppose F1 fan? No. Who's on a lap, guys? Is there really no one on a lap? There's no one on a lap. There's absolutely no one on a lap. So we'll just have to wait then, I guess. Javi has retired. Don't know if I missed it earlier or if I just... I don't know. But he has retired and the reason why is unknown. So then up next, will it be Shadowstorm? It will be Shadowstorm. Let's watch along with the Ferrari. 31.5 banker is quite a decent lap time. 4th gear for the Ferrari. Through turn 2. He does take that nicely. He stays in hot lap mode. Yeah, I do it differently. But I'm not going to share my ERS tactics, of course. 5th gear through this corner. That is a very stable choice, but it will definitely lose him some time. Did look like it was purple in Sector 1, though how trustworthy is the track map. Bit of a moment there for Shadowstorm, but he has managed to recover and he is still going strong through these, can you call it S's? I suppose you can call it S's. It's not exactly the ordinary ones, but it's definitely some sort of element. He takes the corner before the very long straight on the strip very nicely. And now it's time to burn your ERS. Shadowstorm, Sector 2 time I missed, sadly enough. We will be watching along how he could possibly move up into the top 5. Maybe even better if he finds enough time. He has a big snap over the curb. That's definitely going to cost him some time. Is Shadowstorm going to complete his lap? He does... what the fuck? He does not. It was a bit of a weird way to enter the pits, but yeah, it ended. Alt is done. He is in non-ERS mode. Is he going to try to do another lap? He is not. Alta is done for the session. CJ improving by 1,000th of a second. Let's see what he can do in Sector 2 here. Is Ralph on a lap? No, he is not. Is the Mercedes on a lap? He could be. We're going to check with CJ what his Sector 2 time is and if he's improving. He sure is improving by 3/100th. We'll check in on him later. First, we're going to watch along with Face Dennis as he tries moving up into the top 5 himself. Ooh, he really hits that curve a little bit too hard, and that's definitely going to prioritize his exit. And he decides to cut off his lap. So, CJ Kelders is the last person to be setting a lap. He has shut down his lap as well. Again, no real reason why, but yeah, he has. Rafi Boy is trying. He's kind of holding up the Red Bull behind him here. Is he going to set a lap? He is. The Red Bull is done. Don't know if the Red Bull got held up or not. Rafi Boy is looking to set a lap here, though. Rafi goes... Wait, I swear he hadn't invalidated that. Could just be me, though. I don't feel like he invalidated it, at least. Clearly he did, though, because his lap time did not count. Ralph then up next. He's gaining by almost 0.5 of a second, which would put him up into P8 ahead of Ruffy's. Can he find a little bit more time through the final sector? He does take that very nicely. Ralph up towards the line. He is still burning his ERS. That is not the way to do so. He has completely cooked himself there. But Ralph up towards the line. It is P6 for him. He actually goes a bit further ahead than I expected. And that's a very good lap for the McLaren. But there's definitely some time in that if he knows how to yeah, keep his ERS nice and tidy. Who's up next? Who's up next? Rafi? No. Poke Park? Yes. No. Mods Racer? No. No. So Williams on a lap? Colin? Holy shit, Colin has already burned through his ERS. Don't know if he's on a lap. He has spun it into the wall. Very unfortunate. So then Poke Park is up next. Let's see what the Alpine can do here. After having a bit of a rough season last season. He runs very wide there. Can Poke Park fight back and prove the haters wrong? Poke Park getting close to the final corner. He is not getting pole. He is not getting top 5. It is only a 32.3. Bit underwhelming for the V-Carb. Clutch Reels. Clutch for esports up next. Didn't even realize he was in the lobby. But he is. Let's watch along with the GOAT of JSR then. Of course he deserves his moment. As he enters Sector 2, he takes it quite decently. There's an Alpine in his way. The Alpine decides to take the inside line. I guess it works. He takes Sector 2 very nicely. Clutch Wheels could be on for a very decent lap here. Let's see what his Sector 2 split will be then. He kind of clips the wall there. And he goes very wide. This has definitely cost him a bit of time, but he takes that very nicely. He is... oh, I missed it. What the fuck? No invalidation there, which is good for Clutch Reels. He has burned through his ERS. Where can the Aston Martin go? It's looking like a decent lap. Clutch reels. P8. And that was it. Alta and Raffi, the only two who haven't set a lap yet. And Alta seems to be struggling out there on the streets of Vegas. So does his teammate, Colin. Williams not looking like they're having the greatest of times. Zonad is taking his time there. Daniel actually with a 30.5. I mean, fair play to the rookie here. 30.5 is not a bad lap at all. Definitely close to tier 1 pace. Probably is tier 1 pace. He would have maybe even qualified in the top 10 there. Together with CJ. So that's yeah, fair play to these two. Daniel looking strong again. Let's hope it's not another one of Mark's alt accounts. Pretty much everyone knows now anyway, so yeah. Anyway, Alta. He is gonna continue his lap, but he is already at the 30, so it's not looking great. It is gonna be P14 ahead of his teammate, right behind Zonad. His teammate who's actually on a lap. Clips the wall there a little bit. He's actually burning his ERS here. I mean, Colin definitely has an interesting way of using ERS. You'd expect people to save up as much as possible for the strip. But he is absolutely, whoa, he's still going. He is still going. He is, what am I looking at? 16% ERS for the strip. Yeah, Colin isn't, he's cooked. You know, he doesn't even look like his cornering is too bad, but I think the reason he's at a 33.9 is just because of his ERS management. You can burn here, but it won't gain you anything. Below 10%, it doesn't really speed you up whatsoever. Colin definitely might want to have that checked. 0%. He is still burning, even though there is nothing to burn. Colin up towards the line. It's going to be an improvement, just back ahead of his teammate. Who's up next? Is it a Haas? Could be a... Who is it? Is it Pokepark? No. Haas. F1 fan. F1 fan is up next. He's getting there 5/10. Would put him close to the top 8. Clutch Reels has retired. Clutch for esports. Into this difficult chicane-like element. He takes it quite nicely. He took a lot of the curb, but it seemed to have somewhat worked for him. F1 fan 2022. Where is he going to put his Haas? He has been burning his ERS here. F1 fan up towards the line. It is a 31.2. Good enough for P6. Let's see what Ralph can do. He is gaining by a 10th. If he can find some time, he might be on for a very decent lap. He is P5. Ralph manages to sneak into the top 5, and that's very decent there. CJ up next. Where's he gonna go? It is pole position once again. A 30.387, which is a very decent lap. Ruffy's up next. P5 beats Ralph to the top 5 spot. Damon up next. He is going He's staying P3. Excuse me. Holy shit! There's a lot of drivers. Mats goes pole. What? Mods has just taken pole position by sitting behind the Ferrari. That is very surprising. Mods Racer on pole position. What am I looking at? Mods Racer, take a bow. It has clearly worked for him. CJ will probably be disappointed with the fact that he doesn't have pole. Pokepark saying he's 2 seconds off of his personal best. So Pokepark's personal best is a 30.3. Yeah. Yeah. CJ is not exactly very happy. Danny with a solid P3. There's actually quite some decently competitive times here. 5 drivers in the 30s in Tier 2. We had only 3 drivers in the 29s in Tier 1. So, I mean, I suppose Tier 2 is definitely reaching a decent level of competitiveness. So, fair play to all these drivers. As we will be going over the grid, Mats somehow takes pole. CJ follows closely with P2. Danio on his debut with P3. Damon P4. Ruffy's P5. Ralph P6. Happy Meal P7. F1 Fan P8. Shadowstorm P9. Face Dennis P10. Clutch for esports. Clutch for esports. Thank you for watching qualifying. We will be right back with the race. Let's have a look here. My personal best is 30.5. Huh. That makes a bit more sense. Hopefully I can quickly... I'm so bad. It's okay, bro. 4,000s of 30s. Yeah, close, Ralph. Very close. Let's have a look what's going on in the chat room. Just some people... Mods doesn't know what YouTube is. Fair enough. Thanks, you too. Yeah. What the hell? Why is this glitched? Did they start? What's Shadows? Huh? Yo, this is glitched as fuck. I didn't even realize they were already going. What the hell? Okay, so I guess this is the somehow P8 is yeah. Oh! Holy shit! Big pile up. Absolute crazy pile up there. And that is a virtual safety car. Damon sneaks into the lead. And both... No, sorry, CJ doesn't. Only Mats and Danio are the ones left with damage. Sorry for that bit of an issue. It seemed like the game was a little bit glitched or something. But yeah, I feel like that might have been... CJ's fault just a little bit. Zonot has retired and put into his words, what the actual fuck is that Alpine doing? Fully fucked me into the wall. There is only one Alpine that was relatively close to Zonot, and that's this one. Poke Park, Poke Park, Poke Park. What have you done? Anyway, the virtual safety car has ended. We are back underway. Damon, the man in P1, without damage. You can already tell that during the cornering, Mats is not exactly keeping up. Oh, but here comes Mats anyway, down the inside of Damon. He doesn't. He goes for a defensive move on CJ, who actually manages to get around him. And that's a beautiful move by the McLaren to take P2 and to chase down P1. There's a lot of people in the pits, clearly with damage. A bit of a double stack for Poke Park, maybe. Yes, there is. Yeah, that's not going to help his race. So now the rest of the grid are absolutely gone. The Ferraris... battling together here. They have collided with the wall. Why is everything fucked? Oh well. There is a yellow flag. There's a Alpine that has spun. It was Danny. Very unlucky. Ruffy's has gotten himself up into P4. We know this man's race pace is great. That was definitely something we noticed last season. Ruffy's winning 3 consecutive wins in a row when he actually was able to drive. His quali pace is not amazing, but his race pace is usually what you want to watch out for, and he is proving right there. He is proving exactly that, as now CJ enters the lead. Damon, I mean, without DRS, nothing much you can do. Ruffys wants to try get past his teammate with damage. Maybe there's going to be some team orders coming into play to possibly give Ruffys a chance at the top 2 here. But as it looks right now, Mats is definitely the one keeping it in P3. Damon, though, trying to attack CJ, who goes into ERS saving mode in the corner. Faced Dennis since the fastest lap. Clearly that Mercedes has some decent pace. Is Ruffy's gonna send it down the inside of his teammate? He is not. There is some front wing flying there, and Damon gets damage. Damon has picked up damage, and that is gonna ruin the V-Carb's race. We now have 2 V-Carb teammates. Well, 2 Red Bull sister teams, pretty much, with damage. And Ruffys is the one, well, together with Ralph actually, the ones suffering from that. Ralph in a steady P5 position here. McLaren is looking very good. McLaren against Red Bull, I mean, at least it's realistic. Although in real life it's usually McLaren against Verstappen. Does CJ have a bit of damage as well? Because he doesn't seem to have that good of pace. Doesn't seem like it. But Damon does have obvious end plate. Never mind. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. It's now Mats Racer trying to defend from his teammate. Team order is definitely not something that's been used here. Mats wants to stay ahead. Fair enough. Ruffys is trying on his teammate. His teammate doesn't want to give that position. Mats wants to stay in P3. Is Ruffys going to burn? No, he is not. Why is Mats staying ahead? I don't get it. Team games are not really a thing. Is Ruffys going to send it? No, he is not. CJ has had a bit of a moment. Doesn't seem like the front wing damage is bothering these 2 cars behind him too much. Is Damon going to send it? No, he is not. He is staying behind. There's a yellow flag. That's a Haas and Clutch going off. F1 fan and Clutch colliding. And their race has been prioritized like crazy. Dennis is actually gaining quite a lot of time on the front group. We know Dennis has some decent pace in store. Can he try and get himself into that DRS? He has to do it right here, right now, if he wants to have a chance at staying with the rest of the drivers. It is so close. It's really on the edge of DRS. Did he get it? Did he not get it? Dennis did not get DRS. That's gonna definitely kind of screw up his race for the moment. We see Mats overtaking 2 at once, I'm pretty sure. That is a very crazy move. We now have 2 people with damage at the front of the pack. Here comes Ruffys. He's gonna try and have a look at CJ Kelders. Oh, Ralph makes contact with Ruffys, and that is a bit of front wing flying there. As we now see, the safety car has been called out for, don't exactly know what, maybe Alta DNF. That's definitely helping quite a lot of drivers. So, yeah. Wait, what the hell happened? Why did Clutch DNF? Did... What? Did Clutch hit the safety car? Clutch might have just hit the safety car. Because the moment the drivers got past the safety car, Clutch went a position down. So I'm pretty sure that Clutch has just collided with the safety car. Yeah. It happens, I suppose. You now quietly see everyone pitting. Ralph will have to double stack. He's gonna definitely end up behind Dennis. Dennis has been showing some good race pace, but Ralph is not the only one that has to double stack. Ruffy's had to double stack. And he was behind Mods who had front wing damage. Ruffy's not getting blessed here after a very good opening stint. Somehow ends up behind Ralph. CJ still comfortably in the lead. And I'm pretty sure every driver has fixed their front wing damage. So everything is back to normal. And we will be getting racing back. We will be going back underway soon. That's how you speak English. Right, we are back. And I'm pretty sure the safety car will go in this lap. Pokepark is trying to avoid that. And he's managed to do so. And there's been a pile up. Happy Meal has damage. Well, I guess another lap of safety car. You love to see it, don't you? You absolutely do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I mean, to be honest, safety car is quite literally inevitable at a track like Vegas. You saw it in Tier 1, you see it here. It's bound to happen, but... yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could be a bit less. Anyway, we are officially back. And CJ will be the one leading us away here. Yeah, no pens except for Colin, really, which is impressive. You don't see that every day in Tier 2. Anyway, as CJ is gonna pick a moment to get us underway. When is he going to... off he goes. Very good moment there. The Red Bull has kind of been left in the dust. And really not many position changes going on. There is Williams that's diving into the pits. Colin. I don't know why, but he is. Ooh, CJ had a big snap there. I feel like he could have had a bit of a chance to drive away. But he... had a big snap. Face Dennis now, trying around the outside of Mats. Mercedes versus Red Bull, you love to see it. And Face Dennis is going to keep the position. What a beautiful move by the Mercedes. And his race pace is on another level at the moment. Dennis, absolutely rapid. Now Ralph, very close to the back of Ferrari. It can be an overtaking opportunity through that corner. I've done it before, but it is definitely a scary place to try it. As we now see quite some position changes here. Raffi is going to try it around the outside of Damon. He gets the move done. Is he going to get a 2-in-1? Yes, he is. Raffi up into P3, and look at the Mercedes, boys. It went from McLaren to versus Red Bull to Mercedes versus the rest. Beautifully done. He has lost the DRS, and it's pretty much Dennis against CJ at the moment for the win. But can Raffi manage to get back into the DRS? Maybe get a bit of help from Dennis. Doesn't look like he is planning on helping his teammate. No, he is not. Did Raffi manage to get DRS? He did not. Definitely won't help his cause. Ooh, Dennis makes a bit of contact with CJ there. Nothing too bad, luckily. Ralph has, in the meantime, been overtaken by Ruffies. Ruffies, of course, not exactly happy with the fact that Mats had to replace his front wing in front of Ruffies. It's now happening has gotten past Ralph. Very decent move there by the Ferrari. Is Ruffies going to send one here? No, he is not. Just trying to get Damon a bit scared as the Ferrari loses his front wing. Shadowstorm collides with, well, it's not exactly rare that you see that. Ruffies wants to stay behind here. There he goes. He has the DRS. What is the Ferrari doing? Really moving over towards the Red Bull. I feel like Ruffies might have to pass him here. He does exactly that. The Ferrari is hanging it down. Oh my fucking god. What is that Ferrari doing? Shadowstorm, yeah. Not exactly having the cleanest of races at the moment. As we see a big gap beginning to form between the 5th place and the top 4. As now, holy shit, Ralph went for a diabolical dive bomb. I saw a V-carb slamming into the back of someone. There's just so much happening at the moment. And Shadowstorm hits another wall. My god, what's going on here in Tier 2 today, ladies and gentlemen? It is going absolutely crazy. And there is another fucking safety car. It's getting a bit annoying. Some drivers will definitely be happy with that, but yeah. I got nothing to do again. For fuck's sake. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a bit again. But you know. It is what it is. Clutch Reels has sent what happened in the chat, and I must say, it's not exactly his fault that he crashed with the safety car. The, the safety car made a very late defensive move, so to say. That's actually hilarious. Diabolical shit right there. Another lap of the safety car. Yeah, I guess it's whatever. Rate my comeback? 9 out of 10 at the moment. The moment you get into P1, it will probably be a 10 out of 10. Very good drive for the moment. Daniel is ignoring yellow flags. Don't know what's going on there. Could be get rid of. Safety car in his lap. We are going to be watching along with CJ once more. Dennis very close to the back of him. We know that after the recent update of F124, there's not much of tire saving anymore. And once again, CJ picks a very good moment, catches Dennis sleeping. And we are back underway here at Vegas. Oh, Ruffys gets hit and his front wing is not there anymore. Ruffys is not exactly getting lucky this race whatsoever. Daniel now gets past Xavi, or is it Xavi getting past Daniel? I'm not entirely sure. Xavi is at least on the inside, which is the place you want to be. Xavi trying it, he leaves enough space. We see a beautiful battle going on here between the Alpine and the V-Carb. Sadly enough, the V-Carb has to cede the position and the Alpine keeps his P8. So now Damon gets past Shadowstorm. Damon, oh my god, he has hit the wall. Every person we're looking at somehow manages to collide with the wall. So we're definitely back giving commentators curses, that's for sure. Lots of people with damage at the moment. Did I just see Pokepark spinning? Yes, I did. How does one spin there? Did he go for a move? Oh well, Pokepark back where he's used to being. CJ, holy shit, that is like the minimum room of space someone can give. Very good defensive by Dennis. Happy Meal is a big snap of oversteer. It's gonna cost him a lot of time, as now the top two are out of DRS range of Happy Meal. The question is Happy Meal going to be able to get back into it? 9/10s, did he get it or not? I think he might have just been about lucky. He did not get it. That is not good for the Ferrari whatsoever. Let's hope they have the pace to get back in. Doesn't look like CJ is going too fast at the moment. Yep, 8/10s the gap. He is fine. Damon now comes out of the pits after fixing his damage. Ralph also with damage. And damage with traction control, not a great combo. As traction control already prioritizes how much you can accelerate, of course. How fast you can accelerate, excuse me. And with a front wing that's not there, that's difficult as well. So, yeah, not a good combo. As he does actually get past Xavi somehow, so... Don't know if... Oh, Xavi also doesn't have a front wing. It looks like a lot of people don't have a front wing, ladies and gentlemen. I've not seen this before. Definitely not. See, Ruff is without a front wing. F1 Van does have a front wing, I think. Happy Meal gets a 3 second. The first of the race, actually, to get a 3 second. And he is out of DRS range as well. Let's see if Mods can try and get his Red Bull in that range. Doesn't look like it. I feel like it's going to be Dennis against CJ. As I actually see a front wing flying. That is Happy Meal who is off. And Happy Meal, his race. Oh my god, another safety car. Well, since another safety car, I'm going to quickly go take a crap. Because, yeah, the pancakes I've eaten are getting heavy on the stomach. I'll be back. Let me actually spectate CJ for you guys. There we go. Alright. Alright, we are back. The safety car is entering this lap. We have perfectly timed that. Beautiful to see. Don't you love to see it? We are now, for the third time in a row on the safety car, gonna be watching along with CJ. As he doesn't have as good a restart as the other two, excuse me. But he does keep his lead. And there's already a bit of a, whoa, shadow of a diabolical dive bomb. Is there drama going on? Doesn't seem like it. Seems like everyone's getting through just fine. Although they are seeming to be going 3 wide here. Shadowstorm is trying to go for a move on his teammate. Around the outside. Oh my word, he has completely lost his front wing. Let's see if he's gonna go for a straight line or not. Okay, he actually decides to... okay. I respect that, I respect that. CJ still in the lead. Mats actually got him past... oh, how the hell did Dennis fall so far back? What's happened to the Mercedes? Whoa, he goes for it! He leaves enough space, and that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful move by the Mercedes. He doesn't seem to have enough ERS though. The Alpine has a lot more. They do seem to be on equal terms though. No, here comes the Alpine straight line speed. Oh my word! Was that a brake check by any chance? As now, oh, Ralph tried to profit from that. A bit of a, yeah. Oh, he's instantly retired. That's another safety car. I'm not surprised. Well, four safety cars. Are we at a record yet? Are we at like a record? You know, how many safety cars there are at once? I feel like we might be close at this point.
be having wheel issues. To go.
We are back. We're gonna be watching along with CJ for a fourth time. He's already gone. That's quite early. He keeps the lead though. Nothing doing for the rest of the grid. Daniel's trying it on the Mercedes there. Again, it seems clean enough, though I could be horribly wrong. Dennis has lost a lot of positions after his good comeback drive. He's now not looking great. Shadowstorm gets a 3 second. That definitely won't help his race. Did we just see 3 wide? Yeah, Xavi came out on top. Just quite surprising. 3 wide through there is, yeah, not exactly a popular thing to do. Mods Racer staying behind the McLaren of CJ. Is that the smart move? Because here comes Daniel. Seems like should be fine for now. Oh, roughies. Oh, a lot going on. Damage, penalties, drama for roughies. His race goes from bad to worse. F1 fan also has damage. So a lot of people right now, they're definitely struggling a little bit with keeping it clean. Oh my word! Happy Meal and Mods had a bit of a scrap there. Ruffy Boy now takes the lead. He does get a 10-second. As now Ralph has DNF. There's Ruffy's in the wall. Can't keep my eyes off of this. It's just so much going on right now. Really, without me noticing. CJ is still in the lead. Good for him, at least. But that might just change right now. As we are watching along with Rafi, he is definitely looking to be taking the inside line here. He is alongside Rafi. Is he going to be able to make the move? No, he's not. CJ defends that very well. Here comes Daniel. He has a little bit more ERS than the Mercedes. He kind of collides with him. gets the move done, and oh, they wheel bang a lot, and that is giving Mats an opportunity to make it a double switchback. What a move by the Red Bull. Was that a little bit of squeezing by him though? I'm not entirely sure, but we now have an absolute battle for the win back, because of course the other two drivers had penalties, and now we see Mats on mediums competing for the win against CJ here. Ruffy's is in the pits. We know his race is over. Safety car is impossible with 2 laps to go. All he can hope for is that people in front of him DNF to possibly give him a point scoring possibility. So we now see CJ trying to keep his gap as big as possible compared to Mats. But Mats does seem to have a little bit more ERS. Is Happy Meal going to be trying something though? Similar ERS amounts. Now Mats with the DRS. Of course, I can imagine he wants to stay behind CJ rather than ahead of him going into the final lap. But with the way Mats is saving ERS, it doesn't look highly likely that he will be able to get him. Although CJ is also not exactly saving ERS. So this could be close. Who knows? Maybe Happy Meal might be able to do something. Although, of course, he does have that penalty. CJ, Mats, and Happy Meal all on the same amount of ERS. But they're all saving as well. CJ has a big snap. He's actually covering off Mats rather than trying to let Mats ahead of him. Now, sure, do your thing. But looking at the ERS differences, this race might be Mats's to win. A lot of ERS saving being done here. CJ, of course, wants that DRS on the final lap, but he can't. Because Mats also does, and he will definitely be trying to stay behind CJ. 40 to 50% ERS against 80 and 60. Who is going to take the win here at Vegas? Mats is in the slipstream and he has a lot of ERS to use. He's going to burn right now. CJ tries to cover him off, but here comes Mats around the outside. Happy Meal gets damaged as CJ moves over quite dangerously. What is this? Happy Meal tried it on Mats. They bounce over the curb. Mats Racer for Red Bull is gonna go up towards the line. And Mats wins in Vegas. What a way to do so. CJ finishes in P2. Happy Meal finishes in P3, but Dennis takes P4. F1 fan P3. F1 fan P4. Happy Meal does keep his P5. Damon P6, Rafi P7, Daniel P8, Colin P9 on his debut. Poker Park P10, Shadow with a disappointing and possibly a little bit dirty P11. Javi P12 and Ruffy's with a definitely below standards finish. Weird race, lots of safety cars. Yeah. That was kind of fun to watch though. Yeah. That was it. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week. Where is... oh, there, yeah.